Right, when you first get the wire bender, you'll find there'll be 4 parts. There'll be the handle with the former, there'll be the locking device with a double-ended slot and a hole, there'll be the forming peg with a nut on the bottom, and there'll be the main plate with the 2 screws already fitted. The little countersunk ones are there to allow you to screw it to the bench if you need to, but I prefer to use the vise. So what we'll do, we'll put the forming 2 initially in the vise. We'll fit the forming post, unscrew the nut, screw that into the base plate with these 2 screws in the upright position. Put the nut on the bottom and just lock that in place. Right, so that's all nicely fixed. The handle will go on to there like so, which allows you to turn it and make the spring section. The locking device, or this, it's got the hole, as I say, and a slot. The thing is, you'll probably use the slot more than you will do the hole, because if you happen to form a spring similar to this shape, heavens know why, but if you had it in the hole, you wouldn't get the actual this out of that. So if you had it in the slot, you would be able to actually get it out of there. Okay, so that just holds it in place. So what we're going to do, I'll show you how to form a spring first of all. You can do it a left hand or a right hand spring. So if you've got a left hand and a right hand wing leg you want to do, it's quite simple. You can put the wire in that way for one section or one shape, and you can put it into that way for the other. So what I'm going to do is going to use this hole. Doesn't really matter, but whichever one's easier to use. Put the peg in, or the locking device in there. Put the wire between the screw and the forming post. Make sure you leave enough wire for the leg to be finished. You can then just clamp that down. That will hold that in place. It hasn't got to be too tight, but at least that will hold it into the base plate. With this handle in here now, spring that around, and as you turn it, it will start to form the first of the spring. Now as you come round, you'll find it will catch on that screw. All you need to do is just raise the arm a bit so it misses that, and just carry on round like so. Go just slightly past where you think that should be, and what you've got now is your very first spring. So that's there. If you want to bend another spring to make it into 2 parts, again just carry on. You don't need to take it out, but just carry on. Put the handle back on, raise it up so it goes into there, and then you can make a second turn. So now you've formed the first part of the leg. To make a left-handed spring, you would put it into that one. You'd put the wire in on this side round, and what you would do, you would then use the handle to turn it that way. So it should make it a lot easier to put a left hand and a right hand. To put the leg in, or the bend in for the leg, I'm just going to do it this way round. All I need to do on that is I can either put the leg that way so it's at 90 degrees to the spring, or I can create it that way, which I'll do this time, which will give it 90 degrees, which will be the same angle. Screw that back up again, put the handle back on, make sure it's in the right position, and then just form the leg of that now, and we can make it at 90 degrees. And there we have our first 90-degree bend. To form the other side of the other leg, if you wanted, you can put that back into there, put that on like so, just nip that up so it's tight, and then you can then bend the other leg the opposite direction, doing exactly the same procedure. Move it round, just lift it up slightly to get over to that screw. Once you've done that, go slightly past where you want to go, loosen that off, and now you have the opposite direction of spring. So you've got one spring going that way, and you've got one spring going that way, and that's really all there is to it.